All right, gentlemen, let's move straight to our next conversation. Now, according to political theorists, politics, driven by desperation, builds careers, but purpose builds nations. It is against this backdrop that the presidential candidate of the Nigerian Democratic Congress (NDP), Peter Obi, said he is not desperate to become Nigeria's president in 2027. Obi insists that his ambition instead is to see Nigeria work, regardless of who occupies the presidency, adding that he is prepared to support anyone whose leadership can genuinely move the country forward. BKO, I'm going to start with you on this matter here. I mean, when Peter Obi said that 2027 could be his last presidential contest, I'll ask you, do you believe him? BK, are you with me?
Do I think what?
When Peter Obi said that 2027 could be his last presidential contest, I'm asking, do you believe him?
Well, he already, it's not a matter of whether I believe him or not. It's not everything that he says that I believe. It's not everything that he says that is accurate. After all, he said the president went to Rwanda without business giants. Whereas the president went with Aliko Dangote, went with the chairman of UBA, went with Samad Issa Rabiu. He went with the biggest business people in our country, yet he still claimed that the man didn't go with the biggest business people in our country and was comparing them to other people, you know. So if someone like Dangote was at an event and is the richest African, what are we talking about? And Bua was also there. Bua is next in terms of wealth to Aliko Dangote in our country. He was there. And we also had Elumelu, who is clearly also one of the 10 richest Nigerians. So it's not everything that he says that I believe. It's not everything that he says that I take seriously. Because I see his commitment to playing politics, playing a part in a lot of what he says. But that's Peter Obi for you. Every human being has his own flaws. Like the rest of us, he has flaws. In fact, he has many flaws, whether he admits it or not. Now, he's already put a proviso there that depending on how this particular election goes, that the way this particular election goes will determine whether he will contest another one. Now, I understand what he's trying to say there. If he loses this election terribly, he will be too demoralized to think that he's good enough to contest for the next election. So that is the message that he's sending clearly, that this could be his last. Although he talked about age, that age could also play a part, that he may not find the energy. But the people who are in the race, they are older than him, and he was born after Nigeria became independent. A lot of the people who have been our president, who have been holding key positions, are a lot older than Peter Obi. So for him to be talking about age playing a part, in 4 years from now, he will still be under 70. So I don't think age may be a factor at that time, because he will still be relatively young, politically speaking. After Donald Trump is 80 years, we see him, he still shows energy, he moves around freely, and is a strong leader. So I don't think age will be the factor. Your health, you can be young and not have the good health to last the course. That may be a factor. But what he has said that we have to take seriously is that his decision on whether to seek office after 2027 depends on the outcome of that poll.
Okay.
So, meaning that if he does not win, he may consider not contesting again.
Okay.
Or if he loses in a very terrible manner, that will naturally smash his confidence and send the message to him clearly that, look, you are not as popular as you think you are. And the thing about popularity is when it begins to ebb, it will keep ebbing. Meaning that if Peter Obi does not win a quarter of the states that he won last time, his stock politically will have gone, his stocks politically will have gone down to ultimately determine whether he will have the confidence and the right frame of mind to want to contest again. I have no doubt about this.
All right, BK.
We've seen people who have faded off the scene politically. When they make this attempt, they make a second attempt, if they keep losing and losing terribly, with every passing election, if the margin of their loss widens, they will not find the confidence to want to contest again, because this thing is very capital intensive, costs a lot of money.
Okay.
You know, so I get what he's saying, and I appreciate his position that he will support whoever is interested in the progress of our country. That is what I want to see. That is the Peter Obi that I want to see. A Peter Obi that will back a government as long as that government is interested in our progress. A Peter Obi will not say because he lost an election, then heavens must fall, or who will not admit that he lost an election when he signs there as apparent as daylight that he indeed lost. That's not the type of I want a Peter Obi that is committed, you know, to our country, fully committed to our country and his progress. Whoever is, whether even his enemy is in power or not.
Okay. All right, then. We need to go on this quick break right now, okay? But when we return, I'm going to be asking you, I mean, he says that he's not desperate to become president, but he's desperate to see Nigeria work. Peter Obi says that he's not desperate to become president, but he's desperate to see Nigeria work. What's your interpretation of this?
Well, he spoke well. Every right-thinking Nigerian should be desperate to see a Nigeria that works. I think that is what every one of us also wants. We want a Nigeria that works better and better day by day. And if he says he wants a Nigeria that works, that's good. And but that goes also beyond just saying it. It also requires action too. And that has to do in terms of you know, what you do, even as an opposition figure, in governance and all of that. When BK was talking about him not in believing what he says and all of that, I also find it interesting that Peter will be, for me, I think what he has said, whether it is true or false, is something that is already on record. Because if you come after 8 years to say you want to contest, that is like you are already in your 70s.
Okay.
And it shouldn't, the energy of a 60-year-old and that of a 70-year plus is different. In a country like Nigeria, we are not talking about the US, where they have a better medical facilities and the rest. And for me, whether he meant it or not, is something that you have said. And it's something that is in public domain. And it's something that can be referred back to. But also, do I believe him?
Now, some of the things he said in that interview, he says that he believes he can fix Nigeria based on his record, you know, back then as a governor of Anambra State, and he can do it in 4 years.
Well, everybody, you see...
I mean,
no, for me, you know, everyone has a right, and you have a right to say what you want to say.
You don't think he's over-promising?
Are politicians over-promise and under-deliver? That is a given. I wouldn't say that because he said he's going to fix Nigeria in 4 years. Do you believe Nigeria can be fixed in 4 years? Do you believe it can be fixed in 20 years? It all depends, really. I won't really fault him based on what he says, because for me, it is the practicality of things that are more important. It is what you do when you get there, and we can't even be talking about that because we are not even there. Do you get what I'm saying? So we are just saying things like, you can't do it, you can do it. That is not the issue. We are talking about fixing Nigeria. And if you qualify enough and people vote for you, you do what you want to do, people will see what you can do and all of that. But I also know that politicians will come with lots of tricks just to get into a position. So I don't think the generality of Nigerians are really carried away by a promise of wanting to fix Nigeria in 1 year, in 2 years, or whatever year. But I think what he said there that BKO probably didn't talk about when he was talking about 8 years, and he was talking about the outcome of this election. I want to think that he's actually thinking that should the election go a certain way, should it happen that probably this current administration fail to come back to power, that somebody else gets there, that person will want to spend 8 years. And I think that is why he was referencing 8 years. And he's now thinking that after 8 years, what will he be able to do? So in his own thinking too, he's also looking at different scenarios. Is it possible that this, if we, you know, and if it happens that another person, another party comes to power completely, and that party has to spend 8 years before, you know, he can do it. And like he said, contesting is not easy. Being a presidential candidate is not easy. Doing all of these things is not easy. Your ego and all of that, being bruised in elections is not easy. As a matter of fact, if you contest for ordinary school prefect election and you lose, you will know how it is. Just your little association, just go there and contest and lose and see what it does to your...
Absolutely.
So,
all right, gentlemen.